we grew up in the Bay Area, and I think have it is a place that is so alive and that has such an interesting perspective sort of woven into its history. You know, it's such an intellectual hotbed, birthplace of the Black Panther Party. All of these things are just in the DNA of the place, and it comes through in everyday life if you pay attention to it. But I had never seen it portrayed on film that way. It's not often portrayed on film anyway. But when it has always felt like, to us, I think that it missed something.
A lot of times when people do cite specific films about different places, the whole idea is, oh, we'll capture it but make it universal and have the nuance of the place, but like don't go too far. And I think we sort of initially and continue to rebel against that. We're like, no, it's the obscure and strange elements that make the Bay Area. And so everything down to the way that the actors spoke in the film had to have this southern twang that you know, Bay Area street culture have. The lingo had to be accurate. The slang moments were really important. The sense of a heightened reality at all times is something that is sort of in the air of the Bay Area.
The biggest challenge for me was to be able to understand it through their eyes. I've been to Oakland. I have a lot of friends from Oakland. I have this strange connection to Oakland, but I wasn't born there. I don't understand the culture and the life there as well as these guys do. So me just as much as the rest of the team heavily relied on these two gentlemen to sort of like explain to us what's important about Oakland, the history that they experienced there, the changes that they're seeing. I mean, I understand the concept of gentrification, but seeing it through their eyes became a whole other sort of like story. And we would go to locations that they would want to show us that were no longer existing, and they would try to take us to the childhood place where they would do certain thing, and it was now a coffee shop.
The language feels heightened, but that's also, the language in the Bay Area is heightened. So it's there are a lot of things in the film that I think to outsiders feel fantastical, and there were these funny moments when the crew was up there working where, you know, folks who weren't from there would realize that we were actually toning things down in a lot of ways.
So it happens so often that we would meet people or see situations and would just look at each other and be like, oh man, this is real. These people exist.
People really
they do
are that
speak
way.
like this. They like these things that we'd only heard in the script as these sort of like tales, fantastical tales. That is life in Oakland.
We have this great scene that I love. That's a sales exchange between my character and somebody coming along to buy an item from me, and the entire exchange is like in dense Bay Area slang. And I think a lot of people watch it and go, oh, this is very heightened. It's like, no, that's all commonly used vernacular. And it's condensed for the length of the scene. But, you know, a lot of our upbringing is sort of going in and out of traditional speech patterns, and then somebody throws in, you know, are you jazzing right now? And so, and if you're from there, you know what these words are just as much a part of the English language as anything else, and so we just wanted to make sure that those sort of things that again feel fantastical are very much a part of the daily life of, like, I always talk about the Bay Area as if it's like Whoville in a Dr. Seuss book, that it's this tiny little speck of a place that people are just starting to like look down on, and it's just this crazy place of characters.